everyone. So I'm in a really good mood. Sorry I haven't been making videos for the past 3 weeks. It's just that I've been really busy. I've been helping my dad with a little of his work, and I have to admit I've been a little too hooked on to Breaking Bad, and I got all the 5 seasons and I cannot stop watching. Jesse Pink. Anyway, by the way, my nail polish smells like ginger melon. Yes. Let me show you. This thing by Revlon, it's amazing. It smells so good. So let me get to the topic. Today's video is going to be about my Valentine's gift. Well, you know, Valentine's Day came by and I decided, let me show the person I love how much I love them. So I went and bought myself a Samsung Note 4. I went from the Xperia S, which is also a really good looking phone, and honestly this phone is so close to my heart. I don't even feel like I have to sell it in the next week. But I told the guy I'm gonna, transfer all the images and all the notes and everything. Like, honestly, I don't want to give it up so fast. Everything's done, but I just don't want to give the phone up. So I told him I'm going to transfer everything and then I'm going to sell this. So I moved on to this. I bought it in, it's not rose gold, it's more of a bronze color. But it's so amazing. I'm so happy with this phone. So yes, the Note 4, guys. I thought I'll do a little review on the phone and tell you all what I like best about it and why I bought it. My other options were the iPhone 6, the Sony Xperia Z3. I'm in love with Sony because I don't know, there's something about Sony. The phones are really hardcore. You can drop your phone off a building, but if it's Sony, it will last. That's one thing I have noticed. This was my last phone, and before this, it's right here. Before that, I was using this. It's the W995. I still have it because I'm really sentimental, but I need to give it up. See how tiny this is compared to this. Check this out. Oh my god. Anyway, this phone is really cool at the time because the speakers were really good. It has a little stand so it can, sit like that. It doesn't even switch on anymore, but I still don't want to give it up. It's just too cute. It was a little slider phone by Sony Ericsson till it became Sony and I bought this. Okay, I'm ranting too much, so let me begin on why I bought Samsung Note 4. First of all, I went through a lot of websites, especially the GSM Arena. You probably would have heard of it. And I did a comparison between the iPhone 6, the HTC One M8, Mate, whatever, the Sony Xperia Z3, the iPhone 6, the iPhone 6 Plus, and the Note 4. To me, in a phone, the camera is the most important thing, and it's also like the interface and the, the typing of messages and all of that, because I tend to send a lot of text messages. And it's mostly the camera that's the most important. So when I did this comparison between all these phones, I saw a lot of test shots that had been taken with each of the phones, and the Samsung Note 4 ranked first. And in every single one of these, somehow the Sony Xperia Z3 ranked last. And I'm not just saying this by ranks, I actually went through each picture taken by each of these phones, and I realized that the pictures by the Z3 weren't that interesting. Like, they lacked something or the other. They lacked either the contrast, which you can manually, you can take care of it manually, you can change it, you can tweak a bit, you can tweak it a bit. But it's also nice when you have a phone that can do everything for you. And I swore to myself, I've always been against Samsung. I've been against them because of their phones in which the bodies aren't very, they're all plastic and they just don't feel right. But this phone, amazingly, looks really nice. It has aluminium, what do you call it, borders? I don't know. And it has a leather casing at the back, which means it won't slip out of your hand. Plus I have really big hands, if you haven't noticed yet. So the phone just sits in my palm like really well. On Valentine's Day, I made a really rash decision, to be honest. Like, I just read up for around 20 minutes about the different phones out there, and I went, bought the phone, and I was so happy. Like, for a minute when I got home and I started using this against this, I was thinking, you know, oh my god, it doesn't fit in my hands. Oh my god, I don't know how to use this thing. It's so different because in the Xperia, like you can see, you go to the menu, and as you slide, you can see where you're going, you know, and it stops somewhere. It doesn't keep going through. I know this is really lame, but that's one thing I hate about Samsung phones. You go to the menu and you keep going back to the first page and you're confused. You're like, did I already pass by this or what? That's a really lame reason to hate Samsung, but that's one of the reasons I never liked Samsung. The first thing that drew me to this phone was the whole sensor at the back that can measure your heartbeat and the level of oxygen in your blood, which I thought was pretty cool. But I know I'm not going to use this. It's still pretty cool, you know. So this is how it measures your oxygen level. So basically, here's what happens. You turn on your S Health. You go to the oxygen thing. You place your finger over the sensor like that, and it starts measuring, and you have to keep really quiet. 97%, guys. Pretty cool, right? The next thing, as usual, it measures the amount of steps you take in a day, the amount of exercise you need, the food, the stress levels in your body. Basically, it measures the stress levels in your body by recording your heartbeat and knowing the variations of your heartbeat and all of that. And of course, it can tell your heart rate and stuff with the use of the sensor at the back of the phone. Now let me speak about the camera. The camera ranked really well amongst all the other phones, and according to me, the iPhone has the best camera ever, but this ranks higher than that. And let me tell you about one problem with this camera that I noticed. Because of the wide angle selfies, like when you take a selfie like this, right? It elongates your forehead a bit. It's just because of the wide angle selfie, you see? When you take a picture like this, it makes it look wider. So obviously when you take a selfie like this, the face looks longer over here. So, example. And another cool feature is that the sensor also works for the camera. So in case I'm taking a selfie, like right now, all I need to do is place my finger over the sensor and it clicks. You know, so if you're holding it with one hand, it helps like that. There we go. Another cool feature of the phone is the rear cam selfie. So basically, you just put it on the rear cam selfie mode, and I usually make the grid a little bigger so I can fit my huge face into it. So this is what happens. Let me show you all. Can you see the grid? So it just beeps thrice when you're in the grid, and then it automatically clicks the picture. My hair wouldn't stop popping in my face, so I just tied it up. So another thing I found really cool was the Samsung remote. I don't know if it's there on other Samsung phones because I've never used Samsung before this. Check this out. So basically, you can register any TV on your Samsung remote, and it gives you a list of TV brands like Samsung, Philips, LG, whatever, and you just select it and it immediately connects to your TV, and you can switch it on and off, change the channels, and in case you have a set-top box like I have a Tata Sky, you can connect it to your Tata Sky as well and change the channels and increase and decrease the volume. So what happened like two days back, my mom was watching TV and I went downstairs and I'm like, you know, sitting there really casual, like, and she's watching TV and I'm like and then I quietly like switch the TV off and I go on to texting and stuff, and she's holding the remote in her lap and she's just like, and I just kept playing with my phone and stuff, and she didn't really make much of it. So she switched the TV back on. Again, I waited 5 minutes and I switched the channel. And then I started laughing, so she almost got up and slapped me, but sorry goes a long way. Guys, if your mom is watching TV, especially your mom, do not use the remote and try to switch it on and off, because you will end up in shit, trust me. But it's a really cool feature though, you know. I can imagine myself rather I can imagine myself running out of batteries in my remote or something and thinking, hey, why would I need batteries? I have my Note 4. Just, you know, sit back in bed and be like, who needs remotes anymore? You know, one thing I thought of, like, just imagine all the rich people in the world. Would they buy Note 4s for all their TVs, you know? Hey, you want to watch TV? Go sit there, take the Note 4, use it as a remote, do whatever you want with it. Okay, back to the phone. I also listen to a lot of music on my phone, and they've given a new set of headphones with the phone. They're a little more nicer than the other Samsung earphones, and you can literally not hear anything around you when you have them in your ears, you know. They block everything out, so I wouldn't call them sound cancellation earphones because you can't, but they're really good. And the bass, the treble, everything is... I'm getting a call. The next really nice thing, I know iPhone came out with this way before, but it has to be the fingerprint sensor, you know. Just a minute. My remote is still on, I don't know how to switch it off. Anyway, so it has to be the fact that you can open the phone with your fingerprint, and all you have to do is swipe your finger down the home button and it opens your phone. Now of course I have to get to my favorite feature of the phone, which is the stylus. This thing is amazing, guys. As you can see, you can write your messages down and it transforms everything to a text message for you. And it's really good, you know, you can write in really sloppy handwriting and you'll still find out whatever you're typing, except for that tick mark. I don't know where that came from. For example, that's the worst writing I could do, but as you can see, it still detected it. So I find that really amazing. Something else that might be really helpful for some people is that the phone has two microphones at the bottom, and they're really tiny so you can't see them, but I guess it's really helpful for students or for reporters or whatever. And last but not least is the extra fast charger that it comes with. So in about, say, around 70 to 80 minutes, it goes from 0 to 100%, which I found super cool. And it charges so fast. So overall, I would like to say that I'm in love with the phone. If you are planning on buying a Samsung Galaxy Note 4, go ahead. You will be so happy. It has a lot of features that no other phone can even touch. Yes, the iPhone is great, but sorry, it still doesn't have as many features as the Note 4. I didn't really get into all the tiny specs and all the tiny details about the phone, but I just wanted to tell you guys what I loved about it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like my little review.